So my name is Kate Austin. I'm a former bodybuilding champion from the UK. I started in this industry around 25 years ago. I actually started working out when I was about 16 years old. So during school, I was very much into sports. But in my country, when you finish school, there's not much for girls to continue with. Guys tend to have rugby teams, football teams, they can continue with the clubs. So when I finished, I was looking for something to do and I just started walking to the nearest gym in the area. And I was doing that for some time, and it just so happened it was a very small bodybuilding gym, which was predominantly all men, to be honest with you. And the old guy that actually owned the place, he taught me how to do everything he taught me the right techniques and taught me how to do everything properly from the very beginning. So from the very beginning, I started to develop my shape, but I had no intention of being a bodybuilder. I just noticed my physique changing and I got addicted to those changes, and it just went on and on from there basically. And then fitness just became like brushing my teeth every day. I had to do something, if I don't do something, it just doesn't feel right to me. So from there, like I say, I went on and I did numerous bodybuilding competitions. I've won many competitions in the UK and in America. I retired from competing in 2018 while I was living in Dubai actually, and then from there I decided to focus on my own fitness goals regarding setting up trampoline workouts in Dubai, and I launched them there. And now I'm here in India to do the same basically. That's what I've come here for, is to launch my own fitness concepts here in India, which are a little bit different to what is currently going on here in India. So that's the current goal. So there's a big misconception with regards to supplementation. Look, everybody says natural food is better. Of course it is, yes, but it's not always possible for us to eat that right amount of food to get all the vitamins, minerals and proteins, everything we need out of it. So the purpose of supplementation is not to switch from eating food to taking supplements. It's to supplement with the right diet on top of that. So the thing is, especially here in India, a lot of people are vegetarian. So it's very difficult to eat enough protein as a vegetarian. So to supplement protein in those moments, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. And even the people think that supplements are fake. They think they're not natural, but it all comes from natural sources. Everything comes, if you buy in the right ones, of course. It all comes from natural sources. It's made from natural raw materials. What makes it not so good later is some people add too many preservatives, too many flavorings, things like this. So you go with a more natural brand, one that is known for being good quality, and it's very good for you actually. Same with vitamins and minerals. Not many of us eat enough of the variety of foods to get all the vitamins and minerals that we actually need. So to take multivitamins, or to take a sequence of tablets from the pharmacy, say multivitamins, omega-3s, things like this, vitamin C. A lot of people here in India don't like the sun, right? So a lot of people are vitamin D deficient. So there's nothing wrong with supplementing with vitamin D. So again, there's that misconception. People think you're replacing something with supplements. You're not. You're actually just adding to what you're currently trying to do. And it's easy to get deficient in certain things. So, of course, supplementation for me, I think, is a must, especially as you get older. I'm in my 40s now, so I'm very conscious about I take my bloods regularly every 6 months, and here in India it's super cheap to get done. There's apps where you can just book someone and they're at the house the next morning. You can check your blood works, and by doing that you can see exactly what you're deficient in. So then you're not wasting your money and time taking supplements you don't need. So get your blood works done, find out what it is that you need, and then only supplement with what you need, not with unnecessary things that you might not be needing in that time. They're two totally different things. So again, weight training mixed with some high intensity intervals, that'll give you real muscle. You'll gain a lot of muscle like that. Sprinters. You see sprinters, they use high intensity interval training, they use power, they use plyometrics. You look at them, look how muscular they are. Sprinters got a lot of muscle. And then you watch a marathon runner. Marathoner doing slow duration, steady pace, long time. Look at them. They very, very slim, very little muscle. So the different types of cardio there, like I say, will depend on the type of goals that you have. But you can't really compare HIIT training to weight training, because it's two totally different things. Obviously weight training will help you build more muscle. HIIT training will help you burn more calories. You'll also maintain your muscle doing that. But it's again, it's personal preference with regards to the type of cardio that you do. Some people like to just go steady for 40 minutes on a treadmill. Other people like to do sprint intervals. It depends on your level of activity and obviously what your goals are also. It's not just in India and everybody thinks the same, but trust me, to put on muscle as a woman is a big challenge. So it's not even about the training. You can weight train every single day. Even as a man, you can weight train every single day, and you're not going to put on muscle unless you're eating in a way in which is going to make you put on muscle. So that misconception is there, and I wish it was that easy to put muscle on. A lot of bodybuilders will wish it was that easy to put muscle on, but honestly, weight training, especially for a woman, is extremely important, because it helps you not with how you look. Later on in life, it'll reduce the risk of osteoporosis, arthritis, all these big health benefits to having muscle tissue on your body. Also having lean muscle tissue on your body, the more you have, the more calories your body will burn just by sitting there doing nothing in a day. So by having lean muscle tissue on, you'll have that much more of a calorie intake with regards to food. You can eat a little bit more, things like this. And also when it comes to postural stuff, so again, a lot of women, they suffer with especially if they get pregnant, even their backs will hurt. If you don't have that muscle to sustain your spine in an upright position, then you're going to get serious problems, and that weight on the front is going to cause you big issues because you don't have the strength on the back to be able to help. So there's a million reasons why a woman should do weight training, and you're not going to put on big muscles. It's not going to happen. I wish it was that easy. But there's a million health benefits to it, and like you say, the amount of calories that you burn even doing weights, and not only that, even women who do a lot of cardio, say women are going running a lot, like they still complaining about the backs of their arms being loose, their glutes not being pert enough or whatever it is. You'll only get that from weight training. You see these bikini athletes now, these girls, they don't look muscular and manly like in any way, but they are slamming the weights. Like they are training weights like the men do. But they're not getting bigger because they, number one, they're women, and number two, they're not eating in a way or taking the supplementation that they need to take to put that kind of muscle on. It's a big task to actually make those changes. So personally for me, because I've always had my own gyms and I've been taking my classes, like just because that's happening with me, it's not an option for me to say I can't take class tonight. You know, I'm going to be letting a lot of people down if I'm not turning up for class. So for me, I've always had to just push through it, and because I've had to push through it, I don't suffer now. I don't get cramps. I don't get, like, I have the usual cravings, things like this, you know, but because I've just worked through it and I built up that mentality of not letting it affect me too much, even when I'm very hormonal. Like, I don't let it affect me too much, because you feel sorry for yourself, right? You're craving sugar, you're in a little discomfort, like you just feel sorry for yourself. But everything is a mental thing, and you can talk yourself in or out of anything you want in life, no matter what time of the month it is. You can talk yourself in or out or anything. Obviously some people suffer badly with cramps or whatever, that's a different story, but generally I think we let our hormones dictate our moods a little bit too much, but if you really want to control that, you can. You just got to be a bit more mentally determined about something, you know. So I got two different sort of specialities that I do. One is I coach coaches, as in like in a bodybuilding style way, where advanced techniques where they can build and grow muscle very fast. And then my other speciality is the trampoline workouts, where that is the total opposite end of the scale, where I'm trying to attract people who are not into fitness into getting into fitness. There's like say, two totally different demographics. There's those who are already into fitness, and I'm just trying to upskill those guys, advanced kind of techniques. And then there's those that have never been to a gym in their life, and I'm trying to get them into doing something. So the trampoline workouts is fantastic for that, getting new people into fitness. There's no impact on the joints. There's a million health benefits to it. It's all done with music. It's super fun. Even if you don't get it right in the beginning, it doesn't matter, because you're bouncing and you're going to be burning a lot of calories. There's a million benefits, and it's a nice easy way to get in, to start in some kind of fitness regime. And then, like I say, there's the other end of the scale where I'm coaching like some of the best people in the industry and upskilling current coaches even. So I'm trying to launch a trend at the moment. So I'm going to say this one is the trampoline workout. So the reason why they're that much better. So you already got, everybody here is into Zumba, right? So the reason why the trampoline workouts are that much more beneficial than a normal Zumba workout is because you burn that much more calories in that short space of time. In the same amount of time, you'll burn 11 times more calories than walking, 5 times more than swimming, 3 times more than running. So even with a Zumba class, like, you might feel some impact on the floor from jumping around. Somebody with knees or back problems might feel that. On a trampoline, you don't get that. There's no impact. And you actually work every single muscle in your body. You actually energize every single cell in your body when you're jumping. People spend a lot of money on lymphatic drainage massages because they got puffiness, water retention, and it's where you hold toxins in your body. Now, jumping on a trampoline does exactly the same job as those massages. If your lymph system is all blocked up, it can cause a major amount of health problems, basically. So jumping on a trampoline can fix that for you, and even things like puffy eyes, water retention around the neck and everything, jumping on a trampoline will shift all that for you. So there's a million benefits to it, and it's just, to be honest with you, just super fun. Everything to do with the trampolines is just super fun, and it feels like you're enjoying yourself, but you're actually burning that much more calories than any other form of exercise. Honestly, I don't think anything's overhyped as such. I think if somebody's doing something, then good on them. Like, if you, whatever form of fitness it is, like, you know, even something like yoga, for example, like, it's not gonna transform your body in a way that weight training and things like that will, but you're doing some kind of mental, physical benefit for your body. Even no matter what kind of fitness it is, it's worth doing. You gotta, and I always say to people, it's not about doing what everybody else tells you have to do. It's about finding something you like doing, and then just doing more of that. Because you're not gonna last very long continuing to try and do something you're not enjoying. You'll start for some time, you'll be motivated for some time, and then you'll be like, I don't like this, and you'll stop. So just find something you like doing. It doesn't matter what it is, and then just keep doing it and be consistent with it, and do more and more and more of it if you can. Well, there's a million myths. Like one we just spoke about, a common one is if you do weights, you're going to put on a lot of muscle. That's definitely a myth. What other ones is there? Off the top of my head, I can't think. Again, people think it's all about blood, sweat and tears. It's got to be painful. It doesn't. It doesn't. You find, like I say, you find the things that you like. You find the things that works for you. Then you get good at it, and everything becomes manageable. And then you just keep pushing yourself to do more and more and more, and you'll achieve your goals. People will tell themselves a lot of things, a lot of myths, a lot of excuses to not do something. But it's just try not to think too much and just get up and do. That's the best thing. It's the same for anyone at any age. So a minimum of 3 times a week you need to be doing something. 3 times a week will get you healthier, burn some calories, activate those muscles, you know. But if you want to transform your body, if you want to make some serious changes in how you look, then you're going to have to do minimum 5 days a week. But just generally, just for health benefits, moving more, activating your muscles 3 times a week is fine for any age. Again, it will depend on the person's goals, very much so. But I 100% recommend doing some form of weight training to everybody, because, like, say, our muscles hold us up. Our muscles are what make our skeleton stand straight. Now, if your muscles deteriorate, you're going to be much more prone to getting hurt as you get older. A lot of diseases as you get older, like, say, osteoporosis will kick in. Everything will just be 10 times worse if you've never worked those muscles. So having lean muscle on your body, it's not going to make you look like a bodybuilder, but it's going to support you physically and with regards to your overall health as you get older 100% more than if you don't do any weights. Come to my bounce classes. Literally, it doesn't feel like you're working out. You're jumping on a trampoline. It's absolutely impossible also to be miserable on a trampoline. So even if you're suffering from depression, anxiety, or you're having a bad day, you jump on a trampoline and you cannot be miserable. It's physically impossible to be miserable. So not only does it help you physically, it actually helps you mentally also. But any kind of fitness, if you're enjoying it, will help you mentally. I always say to everybody, fitness is like brushing your teeth. You know, like, you do it every day now, right? Because you know you don't want your teeth to fall out. So basically, when it comes to your body, taking care of your body, being strong, being healthy, again, it should become a habit, just like brushing your teeth every day. So I always say to everybody, even if you're just going for a walk every day, you try and incorporate it into your current schedule where it's actually set. So then you're not thinking, oh, shall I go to the gym today, or shall I go for this walk today? You know that, for example, you finish work at 4 p.m, you're going to go directly to the gym, and it's not a choice. It's a regular thing in your routine. You make it like that, and then it's more likely to continue to happen. When you make it like a choice, shall I go today, shall I not go today, then it might rain, then this, like all these things happen which are going to throw you off. So make fitness like brushing your teeth. You do it at the same time every day. Whether what you do doesn't matter, as long as you're doing something on a regular basis. So as a beginner, activating these muscles basically, so doing the basics like your compound exercises, even body weight, just learning how to do a squat properly, things like this. All these basic exercises which any good gym, if you start in any good gym, the first week you're there, they should have staff there showing you how to do these things as a beginner. With Multifit, for example, we give a first 3-day trials. You're with a trainer for those 3 days. They'll show you all the basics before you go off alone. And then, like I say, once you've learned how to get the right technique with things, then whatever you do later becomes that much easier. Because if your technique is wrong from the beginning, you're going to have very slow results, and also you could end up doing something wrong. So getting the technique right for the basics from the very beginning is the best thing you can do. In my opinion, personal opinion, people might not agree with me with this, but I don't believe it should change. I'm 41 now, and I can probably do more than most 20-odd-year-olds, So age, I don't believe matters. I don't believe it matters at all. Again, it's about figuring out what works for you, figuring out what your goals are, and then just doing what it takes to reach those goals. Age, I really don't believe is a factor in that at all. There's some people doing weight training at 60 and 70 years old, and they started very late in life, So there is no excuse. There's no, I'm too old, there's none of this. It's literally about your mental state. That's what it's all about. It's about whatever you believe you can do, or whatever you believe you can't do is the truth. It's all about your mind, not your body. General weight training, just general weight training. You come into any gym, the trainers will teach you how to correctly execute the basic exercises. And then from there, like I say, if you want to continue alone, as long as your technique is good, that's absolutely fine. You can do your own thing. But my advice, if possible, to anyone is get a good trainer. Then your results are going to be that much faster. And you're going to have a solid plan, and you're going to have, you got direction when you got a good trainer. Having a good trainer is key in life. And like I say, you're going to get what you want a lot more quickly. So this is the thing, if you're gaining weight, your metabolism is not healthy. So if you're gaining weight, there's a clear sign that your metabolism is not burning as it should, and also you're overeating, you're eating too many calories. So two things need to change there. Like say, you need to start incorporating things that will boost your metabolism, which like I said earlier is getting up first thing in the morning and getting the heart rate going for a walk, doing some HIIT training on YouTube or something. Speeding up your metabolism can help in some way. So if you're not massively overweight, just doing things that speed your metabolism up means that you might not need to change your diet, and you can just stay as you are if you're happy as you are. But if you're gaining weight and it's getting more and more and more, then again you need to change your diet so that you can lose weight and boost your metabolism together. That's the challenging part. But me, because personally I'm doing these bounce classes all the time, right? I kind of eat what I want. I eat good meals during the day. I get in my macros. I get in my enough protein and carbs and things like this. But then at night, I'll eat ice cream. And I'm not getting fat because I'm doing a lot of bounce classes. So there's that balance there. If I wasn't doing those classes, I wouldn't be able to eat chocolate and ice cream without ending up putting weight on and not being happy with how I look, So by doing things that boost your metabolism, burn more calories, you can sort of have a more balanced life. It's fantastic. It's generally what I do. Generally, if I'm trying to be good, I'll do that. And then you really enjoy those Sundays. You meet up with friends, or you go to your favorite place, or even if you're tired, you just stay home and order all your favorite stuff. And you enjoy it. You tend to enjoy those foods more than if you're having them 5 days a week. If you're having everything you want all the time, you get to a point where it's not even that enjoyable anymore. So you really do appreciate food when you control it. When you control what you're doing, and you deserve it as well. You feel you're eating it and you're enjoying it because you feel like you deserve it. It doesn't make any of us happy when we know we're doing things that we shouldn't be doing. So if you stuff in your face every day, mentally you're going to be going down in a downward spiral. Mentally, it's not going to do you any favors. You're not going to wake up in the morning feeling positive about yourself when you know that you're eating far more than you should be eating, and you don't feel like you got any control over yourself. You don't feel good about yourself. But then when you do feel like you're controlling what you're doing, that's probably the biggest achievement we can make, because we can't control what everybody else is doing, saying, but we can only control what we're doing. And if you got power over that, then you got power over your own life, which is very, very important. And it might sound small, just about food, right? But food is one of the biggest things in all of our lives. And if you can learn to control that, you'll be that much more in control of everything else in your life also. Some people say that it's healthy, right? Some people say that it's healthy to have a glass of wine a day and things like this. But honestly, there's calories. There's calories in wine. There's calories in all alcohol. So by drinking every day, you are increasing your calorie intake. So again, if you do it once a week, you enjoy it that much more. Again, it's about getting the right advice. So you need to get a good trainer, especially after 50. You're going to have to get a good trainer who's going to give you that correct advice, who's going to put you through the correct regimes where you're not going to hurt yourself, basically. But then after some time, once you've got back into the swing of things, then you're going to be that much better for it. Like, I know some people in their 50s now who look and feel better in their 50s than they did when they were in their 20s and they were partying all the time. So again, I don't think age is a massive factor in it. I think it's very important to just do your best at whatever age you are. Do your best. Like, say, I'm in my 40s now, and I can probably do more than most people in their 20s. So again, age is not a factor. It's just about working hard and making sure you're doing things in the correct and safe way. Flexibility, mobility is always important. It's always important, and especially if you're doing a lot of weight training. If you're doing a lot of weight training, your muscles can actually get this little stiff and a little tight. So doing mobility, flexibility stuff there is it's quite important. But what I find, Indian people in general, they are very flexible. Like, a lot of Indian people are just naturally very flexible, and obviously yoga over here is a very popular thing also. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It's a lot more popular here than it is anywhere else I've been in the world. So Indian people in general, like, say, their flexibility tends to be pretty good. I think where people are probably lacking over here is that strength in their muscles. Rather than the flexibility in their muscles, it's the actual strength in their muscles that people need to work on more here. Anyone can use fitness to improve health and mental stress. So basically, like, it doesn't matter what age you are at all. You can be depressed at 15, you can be depressed at 65, it doesn't matter. But doing any form of exercise actually releases hormones within the body that actually make you happier. There's, like, especially exercise where you actually get a good sweat on, where you actually get you let some of that out, you know. So age, again, in my opinion, does not matter. It's about doing something positive for yourself. Because, like I say, if you know you're not doing any kind of fitness, you're not taking care of yourself, mentally you will know that. In the back of your mind, there's that eating away at you, knowing that you're not taking care of yourself. So mentally, it's not good for no one. When you go and do something, when you take that first day and you go to the gym and you join a gym, and you're going to go home that night and feel a lot more positive about yourself, no matter what age you are. Doing something positive for yourself and for your health is like, it's priceless. It's priceless. And it doesn't matter who you are, it's going to make you feel better.
How important is it to have a rest day, and what is the best way to have a rest day?
It's extremely important to factor in resting, because only when we're resting do our bodies actually improve. We grow when we sleep. And mentally, even to do something different on that 7th day, like you said, it makes you feel refreshed and ready to go for the rest of the week. If you're just continuously doing more, your performance is going to go down. You've got to recharge. You've got to let your body and mind rest and recharge. Without that, like I say, your improvements will start to deteriorate, to be honest. And my favorite way to do a rest day is basically like nothing. Like, shut myself away from everybody and just have a day to myself where I don't do anything, where I don't talk to many people, where I just relax, eat what I want, and just chill. That's my kind of rest day. But some people like to go and do some different activity as a rest, like, so even a spa day, something like this, anything. It's very much on the individual, So your hydration, whether you're working out or not, should be extremely, extremely important, because in this country also it's very hot, right? And without even realizing it, we are losing water, minerals, all because it's like we're sweating most of the time here. So hydration in general is extremely important, and you should be, if you want to be super healthy, 3 to 4 liters a day. If you can do 3 to 4 liters a day, your skin is going to be better, your organs are going to function better, you're not going to retain so much water on your body, you'll flush out toxins. There's a million benefits to it. But then obviously if you're exercising excessively, then you need to drink even more again. So, but generally hydration, no matter what, whether you're exercising or not, is very, very important. Walking every day. Simple one is walking every day. Whether you can afford to go to a gym or not, just getting up every day and going for a walk in the mornings can change people's lives. From doing nothing to doing that, it's a big step.
Okay.
So, and as I said, just by waking up in the morning and doing some form of activity, you're going to boost your metabolism in general. So if you wake up every day, if right now you're not doing anything, and you wake up every day, you start walking 30 minutes in the morning and drinking 3-4 liters of water a day, you're going to make massive changes in your life just by doing that part. If you can complete 10,000 in a day, you're going to lose weight, unless you really overeat it. But 10,000 in a day is quite a lot. So anything between 5,000 and 10,000 a day. If you're going from nothing, if you're going from being very lazy and you're not doing anything, just going for it, even regardless of steps, waking up in the morning and walking for 30 minutes at whatever pace is comfortable for you. Start doing that, start drinking your water. Those are the first 2 steps that you'll take to getting much healthier. Get the right advice. Don't do it blindly. If you get the right advice from the very beginning, your results are going to be that much faster. You're going to achieve your goals that much quicker. And also, when you're, getting into fitness, achieving any kind of goal is not an easy thing. So if you know that you've got direction and you know you've got good advice, you're going to be that much more confident and determined to finish those tasks you need to finish. If you do it blindly and you're not quite sure if what you're doing is the right thing, then it's very easy to just drop off because you're not sure. If you know you've got proper directions, you're on Google Maps, if I follow this, I'm going to get there, then you're much more likely to, motivated or not, you're much more likely to follow those tasks, finish it, because you know you go in the right direction. If you don't have that direction, then you can lose it very easily. You can just drop off very easily.
Please tell us a little bit about Ultimate Bounce at Multifit.
So, Ultimate Bounce is the trampoline workouts I've been telling you about, and Multifit is the first place in India to take this concept on. So our ultimate goal now is to get it in all the Multifits, and again, it's a form of exercise which is just super fun. People who have never done exercise before can do it. It's also, it's depending on how you work, you can make it very demanding for yourself. Like you see me in a class, I'll be drenched in sweat, but yet somebody totally new who's a beginner can come to the same class and also join in the same class. So it doesn't get easier, you just get better. The better you get at it, the harder you work. So you can always improve while doing these classes. And the one thing I've noticed over the years of doing it, I made it very successful in the UK, then very successful in Dubai, and now we're trying to do the same here in India. One thing I noticed is people just change. Like we get results. And people are coming, they're having fun, they're meeting new friends, they're enjoying themselves. But the results are fantastic. I got some great transformation photos. It's all on the website. People can see. But you change. Your body changes, and you lose weight. And even if you don't change your diet initially, you will burn so many calories. You're gonna lose some weight. If you want to take more extreme goals, then you're gonna have to change your diet also. But all I can say is come and try it once. Just come and try it once. I can guarantee you'll enjoy. First session is absolutely free, so there's no excuses. Come try it, and then from there, like you say, you can make your plan. I want to see you there.
I will be there.
That's great.